So here is everything that went down in my live stream last night with Mutahar and Boogie there. And buckle up because it was a hell of a show. Also, shout out to the Lol Cow podcast because Keemstar told me to shout it out. And if I don't shout it out, he'll cry. And then the tears will fall down his beard. And his beard is dyed. And the dye will drip on his desk. And if the dye drips on his desk, then he'll have a mess on his desk. And then he said I'll have to come up there and clean his desk. So there's your shout out that you're forcing me to do. Enjoy the chaos.
Hey y'all, what's going on? Back with another video, and in today's video we're going to be discussing what a lot of people have already talked about, made videos on. I think I have a very different opinion on this shit, and I'm really tired of the way people lay in the Boogie, like the dude not dealing with enough already. I get that he's a flawed human being, I get that he's lied, manipulated people, cheated, stealed, like whatever the fuck he's done, man. He's still a person at the end of the day, and the way people lay on to him is not okay, man. So we're going to be talking about the situation where reviewtechusa was streaming, and then he had Boogie come on, and then later on he had Mutahar come on. Now, I'm not a big fan of Mutahar. I think the guy's an idiot. He always talks like he knows what he's talking about when he never fucking knows shit. There was that whole incident with H3H3 where he jumped the gun and claimed that they spent like charity funds or some type of funds or something. I think it might have been the FUPA fund or something. He claimed that they spent it on other shit, but then they could prove that they didn't. And I don't know what the whole situation was. I just remember that he had to apologize, and they ended up being completely in the wrong. Looked like a big idiot. So I'll look up an article and I'll throw it up on screen real quick, but I might make a video on that just to lay in the Mutahar, because he wants to like he made a video on his channel, which is the video that reviewtechusa is watching before they both actually come on the stream and argue. He's watching this video of Mutahar say that Boogie is like pathetic and everything. Like, dude, you are the most pathetic, actually. Like, literally, you're worth multiple millions of dollars, and yet you look like a fucking bum. You look like you can't dress yourself. You look like a hot 10-year-old would dress themselves. And you sit in a dark, crappy looking room, looking goofy. Like, dude, what? Like, when I found out this motherfucker is worth money, I was like, what, dude? Why don't you go out and get some, like, Gucci, Louis, Supreme, get some Babe, dude, you know, Goyard, whatever the fuck you're into. Like, not look like that, bro. Like, I don't know. I can't understand it, but he's way more pathetic to me, dude, because he's literally, his name is SomeOrdinaryGamer, and he looks and acts like some ordinary gamer, yet he could literally, like, be a stud. He could be a superstar if he wanted. I don't know why you would choose to be ordinary, but, man, that's more pathetic to me. Anyways, and then I put this little clip at the beginning because reviewtechusa is all bad that Keemstar in there looking out for his boy Boogie. You didn't know Boogie had Keemstar on his podcast a little bit back, and they had a really good conversation. And it actually seems like Keem's trying to look out for Boogie a little bit, man. Keem's a really good guy at the end of the day, and that conversation, a lot of the advice that Keem gave Boogie about being a content creator, I also took to heart, man. So that's really important, and it's true. I don't know why you're so mad, bro. You obviously milking this. You don't have to lie. You're a content creator. You did a good job, man. A lot of people are talking about your stream. You're supposed to milk it, but hey, you did the right thing and you promoted the Lol Cow podcast. I'm gonna do the same. So, man, make sure y'all go see the Lol Cow podcast. I'm probably gonna watch it. I ain't watched it yet, but I'm gonna watch it and then make a video on that too, most likely. Without a further ado, let's get into this.
Give a heads up, or Muta didn't give you a heads up, Boogie, because you blocked him, apparently.
Yeah,
well, no,
how
what I'm
could you
saying
say,
is,
how could you say that I gave you a heads up? That doesn't make any sense.
Because you've been mad at me for like a week. I knew it had to be coming.
I'm not mad at you.
Well, you're just like disgusted with my behavior.
To be mad at you would mean that you would have to like matter to me personally.
Well, that's true.
I don't get mad at you. I
That's
can't.
all right.
I don't have the time. It's just like I think you're a compulsive liar. Is sort of the.
I respect that. I understand that. I've definitely been an unreliable witness.
How can you say you're like you respect that? Like this is the thing that I don't get. Like you respect that somebody believes
That's
you're a compulsive liar.
that's a very respectful. That's very respectful.
That's not
opinion to
respectful.
have.
That's not respectful. Like you should be learning to better yourself instead
Well,
of
I
just saying,
am,
"Oh,
but-
that's respectful." What are you doing?
What
to
I'm
better
saying is I
yourself?
have lied in the past. I'm doing my best to not lie.
So right off the bat, you see that Muda comes on very moody Muda over here, right? So this motherfucker seems very upset, right? And then he says, "Oh, I don't hate you. I'm not mad at you. That would imply I care about you." Like, but dude, you clearly got your jimmies in a twist over this guy. You're not just acting like, "Oh, hey, that guy's a compulsive liar, and that's wrong. Let me call this out." Dude, you're taking it personal. You're literally in your feels about this, man, and it's not a good look. Why are you so obsessed over Boogie? All right, so he's a compulsive liar. Cool. If you didn't care at all, you didn't care about the guy, you would just keep it pushing. It wouldn't matter at all. You wouldn't be mad. The fact that you're mad at all, it's some level that you do care. You are mad at him. You're not just mad for no fucking reason. You're mad at Boogie. And then he goes on to... So Boogie's trying to say that he respects his stance about how he feels about that. And then Muda's already trying to pigeonhole into this shit and be all like, "Oh, that's not a very respectable thing. No, you should be getting better." And he's like, "Dude, I am." Like, that's the reason why he respects people's positions, is because acceptance is the first step of change, my dude. You gotta accept that, okay, I've done wrong, I did this, I'm finna own this. And then you gotta also accept that people are gonna feel some type of way and allow them to. So I don't really know, like, right off the bat, man, you see Muda's over here, like, just trying to make it his thing. Trying to make it what he thinks it is, because he's always right? Muda always knows best.
But you literally, like, okay, so you've lied in the past. What have you done very recently? Because, like, in the last few months, you literally, like, blatantly lied. Like, that whole boxing fight thing, it's funny because catching you in a lie is the easiest thing in the entire
what did I lie
world.
about the boxing fight thing?
You said that you had $1,500 in boxing, like, to pay for boxing.
Oh no, Mike
lessons.
Clum said on my live stream he fudged those numbers. He didn't get those numbers from me. He'll openly tell you.
And so hold on. You watched this
documentary
documentary before it came out in its entirety, and we're okay with that then?
I didn't pay attention to the numbers like most of the text. Like, for example, he said that I was on a drug that I'm not on. Apparently, one of the drugs he wrote the name of. I'm on like a muscle relaxer called bupropion or something like that. Mm-hmm. He wrote like bupropion, which is a drug people take to recover from opiate addiction. Oh, thank you, baby.
So now you're implying that the documenter that you worked with is a liar. So
No,
that brings up his
I'm
brings
just
his
saying
entirety into that brings his entire like integrity and the future of his channel.
No,
into question.
I'm just saying that he made a couple of mistakes when it came to the numbers, and made a couple of mistakes when it came to the text.
Before that documentary came out, why didn't you call him up and say, "Hey, can you fix that mistake? It's pretty fucked up."
Because I didn't. Because
it is pretty fucked up.
I didn't really read any of the text. It's not something I was paying a lot of attention to. We watched it together on.
This next clip does a great job at showing that these people are too invested. You're obsessive, man. Like, dude, they're like, all right, so he fudged the numbers, and he's like, well, you're calling him a liar. You're calling his whole integrity into, dude, it's a YouTube documentary. Who cares, man? These are the people that are on Twitter all day that are crying about this, dude. There's way bigger issues in the world, man. Every documentary, if it's entertainment, it's smoke and mirrors. It's smoke and mirror. Don't get lost in the sauce, man. Everything is embellished or changed or made to look some certain type of way, or else it wouldn't be entertaining, man. It would be just as boring as anything else you could go outside and look at. Dude, it's smoke and mirrors. No one cares, man. And then when Boogie goes like, yeah, man, I watched it, and I wasn't really looking at the numbers. I didn't really care, because it's a good ass documentary. When you watch it, are you like honing in on the? Oh, I guess Mutahar is, because he breaks down the math of other people's shit and goes, this isn't adding up, dude. You don't have all the numbers, you idiot. It has nothing to do with you. Why do you even care? This shit is so goofy.
Do you still have 30-something thousand in crypto right now?
No, I did at the beginning of the year. I've got about, well, crypto's up right now, so I'm up to about 9. But about last week, I had about 6.7. I got about.
I don't understand why you don't cash that out.
Because you only take the loss when you sell it, and like I guess the $6,000 could disappear tomorrow, but that's not really going to make or break me. But if it goes up, I could definitely use the money. You know, if it goes down 1,000, it's probably not going to make a huge difference.
But do you understand
but if it goes up 1,000,
wild that is? Like, you're complaining about money, and how much is it worth right now in asset-wise, like according to your app?
About $9,000 or so.
So $9,000, right?
I cash it out as I need it.
How much is your mortgage?
I cash it out as I need it. So at the beginning of December, I'll pull out $2,000 and pay my mortgage. It's like a savings account. I just treat it like a savings account. Except this savings account makes me money sometimes.
It's not a savings account because it's literally the most negatively volatile asset you have.
I don't know. It's held really steady for the last 2 years.
Yeah, because it lost 99% of its fucking value.
Right,
so how low can it go?
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
What do you mean?
That's why I leave it in there. How low can it go?
I'd like to remind you all that Mutahar's not mad at Boogie. He doesn't personally care. He has no personal care. Remember, he's just very invested in the guy's personal finances and his personal crypto investments. Right, so it's no secret. It's a big thing that big part of the documentary, big part of Boogie's downfall is all the money he put into crypto and then lost. Right, so reviewtechusa is asking a guy like, do you still have that? And then Mood is like, well, why don't you take that out? What's first, dude? Like, yeah, you getting personal about it again. I don't know why you even care. But it's so Boogie tries to explain that it's like 6,000 in there, and that's not gonna make or break him. So here's the thing: if you lost a shit ton of money, and you don't give a fuck if you lose that 6K more, you might need it right now. But if it's not gonna necessarily make or break you, why not just leave it up to chance? You know, America could happen any day. If it dropped 99%, it could go up 99%. Who the fuck knows? Is it likely? I'm not saying that. It's crypto. You know, some idiots just made it and we're able to buy a pizza with it and validate it as a real currency. I don't know why I can't just like draw $1,000 on a piece of paper and, you know, go get a pizza from that. But I don't know, man. But the issue is, why are they pressing him so hard on this? And he says that he treats it like a savings account because, you know, it could go up or it could go down. So it's not really a savings account, right? Because savings account will just go up as you keep the money in the account. But he's saying he treats it like one, where he'll pull some out as he needs it, but he's going to keep it in there in the hopes that it does go up. And then Muda, well, it's not a savings account. Yeah, he said he treats it like it. It's just, you see how hard they try to paint him as how they see him. Instead of just talking to him at face value, hearing it from the horse's mouth, and working with him where he's at with it, what he's saying, dude. They're just talking from their own perspectives, and they can't put themselves in Boogie's shoes or listen to him for shit, dude. It's so stupid. Well, why didn't you pull it out? Like, dude, like Boogie has ever justified this decision. Like Boogie has ever defended his thinking. Like he is, like he thinks that was smart, dude. Like obviously he should have pulled it out. Hindsight is 20/20. You know, it's dude, it's like, give the guy a break. Like, it's one of the worst things and stupidest things he's done, and y'all keep laying on him. And then like why, dude, you're personally mad at him again. Why the hell do you care if he pulled it out or not? If you don't give a shit about the guy, then it doesn't fucking matter. Like, I actually give a shit about the guy because I just have a basic level of human care, man, for people. So like, it's kind of sad, man. Like, obviously that's on him and he did what he did, and you learn from your mistakes and you move on and you do better. But it doesn't mean that we can't still have a level of empathy or sympathy for the guy, you know?
That's exactly my point.
Why wouldn't you put that in?
Take that money out and maybe put it into like index funds or
well,
like
if
move
I had
that shit
taken
around?
Well, no, I'm going to need it in the next 60 days, roughly.
So here's what I don't understand. You have $750,000 and you just decide to put all of it into crypto when that money could have went into
No, I did not have $750,000. I had $250,000.
That's what literally the documentary that you were on.
I understand. That's the most I
either?
had was $700,000. When I initially invested in crypto, I had $250,000.
So why did you let him write you lost $600,000 in crypto?
because that's about how much I lost. My max amount was about 700,000. And so if I sold that day, I would have had 700,000.
The math doesn't make sense.
Well, the math should make sense.
sense.
Well, let me walk you through it, okay? Now, let's imagine you have $250,000, okay, which is what I had. Now, you invest it, okay? Now, it goes up to $800,000, okay? Now, if you sold it, then how much money would we have? $800,000, right? But I didn't. I sold it when it was considerably less than that.
So you're telling me you put $250,000 in, you made like 750,000. That was your peak, right? Like the asset that was valued.
Yep.
So why the wouldn't you cash it out then? Or you just like greedy? Was it literally like a gamble? Like it literally sounds like you were playing fucking roulette.
I went to, I mean, it was kind of like gambling, honestly, Moody. But I went to bed one night. I was invested in a small shit coin called, it was either Uni or, I don't know, Michael Green could tell you the other one. But one of them was Uni, one of them was, I don't know. But I went to bed and it lost 60% value overnight. I woke up the next morning and I sold what I had. But that didn't really matter because I lost. I went from about 700,000 back down to about 200,000.
Muta's a freaking bully, man. Why are you still on this point? Dude, he admits it was stupid. He's trying to explain to you what he did, and it's like you can't comprehend it, or maybe you just want to lay it on, and you keep going, oh, well, you shouldn't have done that. Well, you should have invested in this. Like, dude, like, yeah, you're a fucking bully, bro. And, like, Boogie's an easy target for you, but I'm sure when you went to school, IRL, you got bullied by kids like me, right? You little goofy motherfucker. You out here bullying easy targets. How about you pick on someone your own size, goof ass?
I mean, this is just, I don't even, like, really, like, first off, the math is incredibly weird. I feel like
what's weird about that?
We'd probably, like...
250,000 doubles, and then and adds another 60%. It goes from 250,000 to 700,000. And then I went to bed, and the asset lost 80%, 90%. You know what a market crash is, I'm sure. And so the market crashed, and you know how your stocks are worth a certain amount at one point, and they're worth different at another. So I woke up the next day.
Yeah, I know how the stock market works. You're in the crypto market. This is a completely degenerate operation, but yes.
Well, I understand. You know, I
so
just
after you got so hold on, you put in 250,000. You got up to 750. How much did it drop to?
About 200,000, 250,000 over.
And you didn't decide maybe I should cash out then? No, you let it go all the way down to 30 after that.
Well, I did cash out then.
So
but
you cashed out $200,000?
Yeah, what do you think I've lived off of since 2000 or 2020? I've had to live off something.
So what was Mike showing in his documentary where you had 30,000 in assets still remaining in a crypto account?
Well, I put it back into Ethereum, which is a really safe investment. Ethereum and Bitcoin are really safe investments once they're at the bottom of the market.
Jesus Christ. Bitcoin and Ethereum are safe investments. So now you had $200,000. You couldn't put any of that money into like the index, the S&P 500, you know, literally buy the average of a tech stock and like let that raise year after year.
Once again, Boogie does a good job at explaining himself, explaining his situation, and Muta just keeps pressing him like, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do this? Well, you could have done this. But remember, guys, he doesn't personally care. You see, he's not mad at Boogie. If he was mad at Boogie, he would have to care about him, right? But he's just so invested in the dude's personal life and fucking worrying about a bunch of shit that has nothing to do with him. Oh, well, what about your roommate? Why don't you split rent with him? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Like, what the fuck, dude? I swear to, like, y'all see, right? Y'all see what I'm seeing. Like, dude, it's none of your business, and you're not the one that should be pressing this guy. It's a private conversation with people in his own life. That's what it should be having. And he's trying to explain himself. He's doing a good job, and you're being a fucking dick about it because of your preconceived notions of the guy, that he's a manipulator and a liar, which is, he's all done that, but dude, it doesn't mean that you can hold that over his head and treat him like this. That is wrong. You know?
And see, this is the thing. Like, yeah, sure, it's cool, but like, how can you ever expect anybody to feel bad for that? It sounds like you just gambled away your money, and that's what it is. You know,
right? If you look at this documentary we made, does that look like a documentary that was designed to make somebody feel bad for me? Of course not.
It honestly, it felt like that was the intention, but because you're somebody that I believe you, it looks like that from its intention. I mean, do you not understand how bad this documentary makes you look when you were out doing that?
That's my point. That's exactly my point. Yeah. Because shoot, whatever, get a radio sub, you're not going to go like this.
When you were out trying to get a job,
my friend.
So Boogie's obviously past wanting people to feel bad for him. He's talked about this. He said he did the thing that Jerry Smith from Rick and Morty did, right? He tried to act so pathetic and helpless so the people would feel bad for him. He's moved on from that. Y'all are living in the past and y'all have to move on too. And then, like, dude, he says, like, oh, well, it seems like the documentary was to make people feel bad for you. And then a second later, he says, like, do you know how bad this makes you look? So which one is it? Was it made to make him look bad, or was it made to make people feel bad for him? You know, you say it's so easy to catch Boogie in a lie, but it's pretty easy to catch you in a lie too, Muta, huh? Maybe this is a case of people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, huh? Maybe the pot shouldn't be calling the kettle black, right? You know? Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. Muta, you need to put your rocks down. You need to put your stones down. Because I'm about to pick some up if you want to keep chucking stones at this easy target. I don't like that.
When you were out trying to find this job or whatever,
Right.
like, what happened with that? Like, why did you absolutely throw away that opportunity? Like,
So we went in.
You took a
we went
dump
in-
all over that.
We went into the job interview. That is not a job interview. It's a staffing agency. To be
okay, exactly. You're doing a mock
Yeah, but hold
interview.
on.
Cool,
Hold
exactly.
on. So it is a staffing agency, and we
You gotta
talked
be
a little bit
staffable.
beforehand.
You got to be staffable, though.
Right, we talked a little bit beforehand and made it abundantly clear that there was not anything this company was going to be able to do for us.
See, I can talk.
So I decided to have fun with it. And I just went into my Andy Kaufman mode, tried to have fun with it. And that's what we put into the doc. And the extended scene, I hope, shows that very clearly. But walking into that staffing agency, in the first 5 minutes, we knew there's nothing this company could do for me. So why not have fun with it? I also did the same thing.
Is that like the attitude you have when you walk into anything that could change your life? It's like, this couldn't happen. There's nothing could do it.
Well, no, once they tell me that it can't, then sure, yeah. Once they tell me that, no, we're
No,
not.
in that video, like, she pretty much said, hey, if you have the mentality of I can't, then you won't. And she was right.
Right, but that's after she told me. It was after we were abundantly clear there's nothing this company would be able to do for me.
So you walk into an interview and you tell them, okay, listen, this is all the negative things about me. By the way, if you look up me on the internet, you might hear me beat my wife, or I'm a all this shit.
Right,
It's like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like, that's gonna like that is that.
Right, I would
literally-
never have done that. I would have never
So-
done that if there was a chance that I could get a job there, obviously.
Okay, what about the time when Meta PCs offered you a job? Why didn't you take that?
Because that was a bit. How does people not realize that was just a bit? He never
was
offered
a
a job.
bit?
I'm one of their affiliates, man. We were trying to sell PCs. You guys have to know that, right? Like, ask
Sounds like
Zach.
it.
Ask Zach. That was never an offer. Zach will confirm that.
I don't even know what the bit was, so I can't.
I get,
say.
yeah, it's like these are like some insanely like bits that just fly over everyone's head for some reason. It's kind of cute. Like, what the.
I don't know. I don't know
I
what that is.
haven't seen it. It could very well be a bit. I'm just saying I haven't seen it.
Which is why I respect the opinion that people think I'm a compulsive liar, because sometimes this stuff is. Yes, Zach wasn't actually offering me a job. We were trying to sell some PCs. I wasn't actually getting offered a job that day. If I did, I would have taken it very seriously. But we knew there was no job to be had here, so I decided to Andy Kaufman it a little bit. Why not? Have
This
fun
is
with it.
what I.
These idiots can't seem to grasp the concept that what you see online is not always real. It's not real life, fam. When I saw that interview, dude, Boogie is a lot more sensible and intelligent too. If he was taking it seriously, he wouldn't have said any of that. Even the way he's saying it, he's rattling them off one by one, and he's using the worst word choices to make himself look bad in that situation. It's obviously for entertainment. The sheep believe it. They ain't up on game yet. Smooth rides ain't as fun to watch as train wrecks.
They twist the truth for the headline drama. Clicks create traffic, traffic creates dollars. The sheep believe it, they ain't up on game yet. Smooth rides ain't as fun to watch as train wrecks. Damn.
And to speak on the whole Meta PC thing, I got another one for y'all. See, the best type of marketing is marketing that doesn't feel like marketing. It makes the people feel like they are part of it. And when it's done right, corporations think it's marvelous.
Let me enlighten you, my niggas, just let your brain drift. First of all, the best type of marketing is marketing that doesn't feel like marketing. It makes the people feel like they are part of it. And when it's done right, corporations think it's marvelous. They feed us these ideas and then we place them in our hearts to sit.
You see, the fact that you can't tell it's a bit is good. They did a great job with the marketing for that Meta PC thing. I don't know anything about that, But man, if they were able to trick y'all dumbasses like that, might have sold some PCs. Who knows?
Just
So
get back to
I
working.
also crunched the numbers too, because I like to research these situations and get down to the bottom of it. With Tom, actually, you said that your best earning month on YouTube was 30 grand with sponsors.
Yeah.
So how explain to me real quickly. So in 2000, and I think it was 18 or 19, whatever,
Sure.
when you made $5,498,000 US dollars specifically, even if you multiply 30 by 12, which is like some real utopian ass accounting, that's still
Sure.
not even coming close to clearing 498,000. So like, what is up with these weird discrepancies in like income? Like that's at least $110,000 discrepancies.
I don't know,
on
man.
there?
Like, if you need to see my taxes, I've got them all on my hard drive. You can see them. I don't know. I mean,
But then-
a lot of
but then
times when I
but
quote
then again-
numbers,
But like, but you what the like this?
admittedly,
Like,
a lot of times when I quote numbers, I'm not expecting that level of scrutiny. But you're welcome to see them if you need to, Muta.
But it's a documentary.
Yeah, it's like this is a documentary that you.
Well,
want
wait.
to,
So
like,
I
put
thought
out
you were
in the world.
I thought you were
Shouldn't it
talking
be
about
factual?
I thought you were talking about a conversation with Tom.
Dude, I don't understand whether you so I actually like getting to the bottom of this, so I crunched the numbers myself. Dude, who are you? Muta, who the fuck are you? And they go like, he's like, if you want, you could see my taxes. Why don't you take him up on that? Like, if you're so fucking confused and you're so damn concerned about what's going on here, why don't you literally see it for your damn self? Why don't you get it from the horse's mouth? But no, you just want to obsess over what you saw in a documentary and how it doesn't add up in your head. And then he says, like, it's just not like, I didn't think there'd be this level of scrutiny. And y'all like, it's a documentary. What is that, a fucking court document? Dude, what are y'all on? What? Dude, it's for entertainment. A documentary isn't necessarily real, dog. What?
I'm not your accountant. Like I'm not the IRS.
I'm just saying, like,
it's just
if
I
it's that
expect
important
you
to you,
if
it's that important, I'll show you the numbers.
I think the truth is important, right? Like I think
Yeah.
being factual. I think when you have a
Well,
fan base, because
I ballparked
one of
it.
my
It might have been
issues with
35.
you-
It might
one
have
of my
been
issues with
35.
you
I
is
don't know.
is this guilt? Is this guilt tripping you do to your fan base?
What
Especially
guilt
when it
trip am I
comes to
doing
money
right now?
Especially when it comes to money, it's like I'm about
Dude,
to
I
lose
made
my
that
house.
mistake last year, and I haven't mentioned it since.
Let
I
me
haven't mentioned it
explain.
since.
When it comes to money, you're always telling your fans, "I wish I could do better. I wish like I wasn't on my dire straits." And now when we're looking at your revenues and you're talking about your earnings, there's such a discrepancy there. So am I supposed to
I
believe
can
that?
fix these discrepancies for you. I'll set you down, and you can see them.
Am I supposed to believe that you're at your financial wits, or maybe you have more money than you let on? Because nobody has any idea. You're not giving factual numbers.
I literally posted.
And then
I know,
you
I
get
literally
a little,
hold
and
on.
then
I
you get a little
literally
bit
posted.
angry. You get a
I
little snippy
literally
with me when you
posted-
tell me shit about this.
I
And I'm telling
literally
you right now,
posted-
these discrepancies are
Hey,
not
Muta,
something I
I
like to
literally
see.
posted my bank account info and my crypto info in the local chat. You can see how much money I have.
I'm not
Unless
in
you
the
think-
lolcow chat.
You were when I posted it last week.
You think I looked through every single thing on there? Like I'm not even a paid member of the lolcow
Well, if you're,
podcast.
well,
You
what I'm
think
saying
gonna
is,
look through it?
if you're still in it, you can go look right now.
So then he like starts this clip with like contradicting him entire self, saying like he's not the IRS and he's not your financial advisor, it's none of his business, right? But he thinks it's fucking important because he has fans or whatever, and he thinks they're being guilt tripped, despite the dude constantly telling you that he'll show you all his taxes if you think like whatever the fuck. And then he's also saying that on this locale chat he shared all his bake info, and you were on that, and you've been making this big deal about how the numbers don't add up, and I'm looking at all the information and I'm crunching all the numbers. But then when he points to something that defends his point, you go, well, why now? I didn't look at that. Why would I look at that? You would look at it because you're the one that's holding him to this standard and this level of scrutiny. It's not that deep, and no one fucking cares. If he wants to guilt trip his fucking fan base, honestly, dude, he can, because it's freedom of speech in this damn country. He could do whatever he wants, and if they're fucking like smart enough, they won't be guilt tripped. Okay, so if some suckers get guilt tripped, who cares?
If anyone else made a documentary like this that had big financial discrepancies, they'd be.
Yeah, you'd be fucking mad. You'd be yelling at us. You'd be like, "Where'd you
No,
get
I
your
wouldn't. I'm so
information?"
used to you being wrong about me. I'm numb to it at this point.
How am I wrong about you?
I
called about these discrepancies. That's what I'm
talking
asking
about
you.
in the past, man. And
how have I been wrong in the past? Please explain exactly how I've been wrong in the past.
My 18-year-old girlfriend's a start when she's not 18. That's
I never made a public statement.
You
by the way.
tweeted that
Never.
last week. You tweeted
When did
that
I tweet
last
about?
week.
When did I tweet? What
You
did I
said
tweet
you're telling
exactly?
people she's 18. I never fucking
no,
did.
because
I never
was
did.
the one that talked about it in that leak.
No,
group
but
chat,
you
and I
tweeted
talked
it. It's
to him.
on your feed right now. You tweeted
What
it out.
do you mean?
When you
You're
tell
the-
people your
when you
girlfriend is
tell
18.
people-
When
Yeah,
you tell
when you
people,
were
I
telling
never did.
Keemstar,
I
you did.
never did.
That's what he told us
I
before
never
you got
did.
here.
But I
That's
didn't.
what he told us.
But you are factually incorrect because
Did I
I
make
never
that?
did.
Did I speak about that publicly until you made?
Yes,
any
it's
mention of
on
it?
your Twitter feed.
Yeah, I quote tweeted you.
Yeah.
Because you were
No,
bringing it
you
up
didn't.
publicly. Yes,
No,
I
you
did.
didn't. That was
Yes,
something.
I
That was a
did.
completely separate
Yes,
tweet.
You were the one that brought it up.
The
I
point that I'm
quote
making
tweeted
is you are still
So you're lying right
The
now.
point that I'm making
And
is
by
you're
the way,
still wrong.
There, I never
You're still
claimed
I have her
was
ID in
18.
my wallet.
I never
I know
claimed that
how
she
old
was
she
18.
is.
You literally just
She's
lied
not- she's
so
20 years
hard.
old.
And now you're so
How long-
mad that you got caught in this lie.
It's
Because
not a
I
lie. It's
quote-
on your Twitter
I
feed
quote-
right now.
Yeah,
Go
I
check your
quote
Twitter feed
tweeted-
right now.
I'm looking
Go
at it. I
check your
quote
Twitter
tweeted
feed right
you.
now. It's on there right now. It's on there right
tweeted-
now.
Here's
It's there right now. Go look at your Twitter feed. It's on there right now. I ain't lying to nobody. It's on there right now. Go look at it. It's not there. I'm not lying about anything. It's on there. You
Yeah,
said
I'm
it.
looking at it. You're the I quote tweeted
You said it.
talking
You
about
said
it.
that I said that, and I
Your-
never
your
did.
quote tweet
I
said,
never
I
did.
don't want to address
I
the
never
Keem and
did.
Muta group
I
chat.
never did.
Yeah, you did.
I never
You're the
did.
one
I
that
got a
said,
question.
don't
I never
address
did.
the Keem and
I
Muta
never.
Good job for Boogie on this one for not letting him get bulldozed over for standing up and pressing Muta on this point. Because Muta's so dumb, he gets caught in just as many lies as Boogie does, but then he wants to be a damn hypocrite. Dude, you just said that, well, I never publicly said she was 18. And then it becomes, well, that's because of Keemstar, because you said that. But you did, dude. It doesn't matter what you're saying. It doesn't matter that once you learn new information, you said whatever the hell else. You did publicly say she was 18. Doesn't matter if you got it because of a Keemstar tweet. You said that you never publicly said that when he said, for starters, you said my girlfriend was 18. You said you never publicly said that. You did. That is the lie. And now you're trying to shift the goalpost, and that's not okay, Muta.
No. His tweet, the one where he says that I was telling people that she was 18. Can you tell me that part again?
When you tell people a girl you meet just turned 18, it creeps us all out. You're a gross.
See, I never
womanizer.
said that though. So there.
Keemstar said that. Keemstar told us that.
Yeah, but I didn't, and that's what's important. You said
Okay.
that I said
Okay.
it.
So then
You
why are you
said
getting
that
mad
I
at me?
said
Get
it.
mad
You
at
said
me.
that I said it.
When
You
did
said
I
that
say
I
that?
said it. You just
Yeah,
there.
because Keem
Read it
said
again.
that you said it to him.
But I
so
never
what am I
did.
gonna do?
Well,
Okay,
anyway,
then-
so
then you should call out
Keemstar.
Keemstar for that. There
hey,
you go.
locale chat.
Why do you work with a guy
that
that just slandered you? What the? You're such a bitch.
I'm a
Why?
forgiving guy, man.
I don't understand.
Why? Keemstar's gonna make me money. I'm just here to make money.
Background, and you're okay with it.
Keemstar
What the
just wants to
fuck?
make me money. I'm here to make me money. You're the one who tweeted it.
Mad,
Didn't you point out that it was a private chat? Didn't you point out it was a private?
You're the one that mentioned it. You brought that private chat up into the limelight. You mentioned "Be My Name" in that post. That's why I quote tweeted you. I wasn't
Anyway,
going to mention a private chat.
Keemstar's
I wasn't
asking me
gonna
to
talk
save it
about
for the locale
Bring it up.
podcast. I'm going to save it for the locale podcast. But have a good one.
Wild,
You
bro.
did say that publicly. I said that she was 18.
I didn't say shit
Oh,
publicly.
Keemstar.
You did.
I didn't.
You did say that. You did right
I
there
didn't
in
make
that
a public
tweet.
matter
The
statement.
tweet that he just.
Then
the
you need to go back to a fucking school and relearn how to read properly.
Hey,
Because my
Rich,
God,
read that to me one more time, could you?
Yeah, please, read it
The
again,
part where he
please.
says that she's 18. Could you do that again?
Did I say that? I said people said that she was 18 in
No,
the
no,
group chat
no.
that you were referencing.
Read it again for me, real
When
quick, Rich.
you tell people a girl you met just turned 18, it's
See,
just
I never did though. Have
When
a good
you
night,
tell
guys. Have a good
people
night,
a
guys.
girl you just met,
But I
turned
never did
18,
though.
That person
I
is
never did
Keemstar.
though.
Keemstar
I never
said
did
it to
though.
us.
Have a good night.
Okay, so you're saying, all right, cool. Then he just leaves, I guess.
Did he really just leave? Oh, he really did.
He
just
left.
So that was a great little mic drop from Boogie at the end there. He said what he had to say. Once they was on some rampant bullshit and Muta keeps trying to deflect from these points and shift the goalposts. The fact is that you said she was 18. Doesn't matter in what context. Doesn't matter who said what. You did tweet that publicly and you said you didn't. You got caught in a lie and you're the one that's always talking about how Boogie gets caught in lies and you got this whole big fucking vendetta to catch him in a lie and it didn't work out this time and you got caught in the lie and you couldn't handle it. So Boogie just pieces out. Keem's telling him, "Hey yo, leave it for the locale podcast," because that's what they're going to be making money on. You know, This was really pathetic here of Muta, you know, just trying to bully an easy target. Muta, you're a bitch, you're pathetic, you're literally, your name is what you are, you're just some ordinary gamer. Shut the fuck up, you don't know shit. Anyways, peace out, bitches. Have a good one.